Yeah.
Season 3!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of Games Are Hard. I am one of your hosts, joined, of course, by the best beard in the entire goddamn business, Lucas Peters. Someone touch Lucas's beard.
It's a beard. I got it shaved a little bit.
Perfect. Also joining us this week is Robert. He's there too. And Luke. Luke's up in there, I think, talking, being cute and all. So we are going to talk about some video game news. Specifically, I want to open things up right off the bat with Nintendo's April Direct. Robert, this is a good Direct. This is a really good Direct. I got to be honest, I got like E3 conference level vibes from this Direct. Like it was, I like first right off the bat, I love the new like news flash like headline thing, 10 seconds next thing, 10 seconds next thing, you know, like that was great. I really dug that. I'd never want to sit through 5 minutes of horse racing solitaire again in my life. Like if I can die not sitting through 5 minutes of horse racing solitaire in a Nintendo Direct, I'll die a happy man.
See, the thing is though, is I think that there still will be 5 minutes of whatever Nintendo's game they want to show off is, and those small little segments were for things that they didn't really want to like put a large emphasis on, but more like third party stuff.
I would challenge you on that. They announced one of the things we'll get into is Bye Bye Box Boy, which is
actually when I say horse racing solitaire, maybe that's a bit of a stretch, but like you're still gonna get like 5 minutes of whatever
Metroid
like,
Prime Federation Force, whatever, you know.
Not be interested in.
But they spent like 20 seconds on Bye Bye Box Boy, which is the third installment in a really popular puzzle franchise from HAL Laboratories, which is a first-party Nintendo company. And so, like, the fact that they just, Bye Bye Box Boy announced supports these amiibos next was like, they could, in an earlier Direct, probably like a year ago, Nintendo, that would have been like a 5-minute segment, you know? But they really condensed that, and you get more excited when they just move through it quickly, you know? But moving on, I was very impressed by just the polish and just flow of this Direct. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They said they were going to focus on like Splatoon and ARMS, and then they actually did. Like they managed to keep the focus on everything smaller. Yeah.
And they split it up. Like they talked about ARMS like 10 minutes in and spent a lot of time on ARMS, then went through a bunch of stuff again, and then spent the later half talking about Splatoon 2 and how Robert's pro career will be completely destroyed by the fact that he doesn't live in the U.S. and can't participate.
That's not Nintendo run. That's some third party. When Nintendo's going to make it big, I'm sure of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then that's when Robert makes it big and he ditches us all for his pro esports career.
You know, I got the S- rank this weekend in Splatoon.
Oh man,
I'm with the top players now in Splatoon 1. Like it's. Yeah.
But did anyone else have any general statements about the Direct before we dive in here?
I did want to say that you're saying you get some like E3 level vibes, and I have a feeling that this might be, I think it was either last E3 or the E3 before that. We had a Direct pretty close to right before E3, and it was closer than this one was, but I mean this one is decently close to E3. And then at E3, like there really wasn't much. I think it was 2 years ago. And people were getting really hyped over the fact like they showed in a Direct, they showed like all this great stuff right before E3. Like E3 must be amazing if they're showing all this stuff in this Direct. But I feel like this might be a similar story where they show off a lot of things in this Direct that most companies would save for E3. And then E3 they show off basically the same stuff again.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I feel like for E3 this year, it won't be as rapid fire, and it'll just be like the big focus on like big titles, because E3 is all about the big stuff. Like you wouldn't have got all this little stuff at E3. I don't think.
Mario,
like it's gonna be Mario. Yeah. They're gonna announce a new Nintendo game. I'm fairly certain, like a new big Nintendo game. Yeah, don't know what it is. What's Rare or not Rare? What's who made Donkey Kong? Yeah, what's Retro working on? We don't know what Retro's working on.
Yeah, that's true.
Hopefully not the next Mario Kart.
Hopefully Donkey Kong or Metroid. Am I right?
Oh yeah, they said that they might.
No, we've already got a Metroid in the past year.
Well,
that was not a Metroid game. That didn't exist.
First came out in 2016.
Maybe 2 years. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I remember there was an interview with
no, 'cause
them,
World
and they said that
Championship.
when people mentioned Metroid, they didn't say anything except for every major franchise will have a release on Switch.
Yeah.
So
Really?
yeah,
I don't think Nintendo counts Metroid as a major
that's the
franchise,
thing, though.
even
Yeah.
given the way they've treated it.
but
they're-
that was after they were asked about Metroid specifically. So that was
So then, I
Yeah, probably.
then probably.
Something.
that
something.
Star Fox, fingers
Something.
crossed F-Zero, but I
Yeah,
don't.
it's whatever
I
they-
mean,
No, F-Zero is not a major franchise. It's related to how many Smash Bros. Characters they have.
and they did.
I see. But Splatoon, there's no
Man,
no
I didn't
Smash
know-
Brothers characters.
That's
But it's
I
a
didn't know
major
Retro is
franchise.
based out of Austin.
Not yet.
That's
I think
true. Not yet.
It
Not
wasn't
yet.
a major franchise until
And because
After
Splatoon
Smash
Splatoon came
came
out after
that Smash.
Smash
Yeah,
or
it did-
before?
it did
Yeah,
come out
okay,
after
Not
yeah.
after, so it
So
wouldn't have
then-
been in that.
Unless
But-
it was DLC,
It might have been a
but
DLC
otherwise.
character, but
aside from their E3 plans, which I don't think will be as sparse as they were in the
Yeah,
one Robert was
I
talking
agree.
about a couple years ago. I think it will be packed, chocked full of new indie partnerships and the big flagship Nintendo titles.
there's been a lot of people waiting for like companies saying they're going to keep things to see if Switch is going to be successful. So
It's the fastest selling Nintendo console of all time.
yep,
Yeah.
Really?
Like,
Yeah.
It's outpacing the Wii, I think. Is
Yeah.
it?
It's
Well, that's
outpacing
what
Wii
you
right
couldn't
now.
buy it for 2
Oh,
years.
okay, yeah. Well, there's more supply for it. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the fact
You
that
know what
it's
I
selling
think-
so
Yeah.
well and
It's-
then not
Yeah.
and it's
Interesting.
still sold out everywhere.
Getting away from the direct here, but one thing I found interesting was when they released all these sales numbers, they said, or they released the numbers for Zelda Breath of the Wild,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
more copies of it for the Switch than they actually sold Switches.
Yeah, 102% attach rate.
Yes,
Boggles
go.
my mind. Like, what the heck? Like, a bunch of people went to buy a Switch, it was sold out. Like, well, I'll just buy Zelda now.
Yeah, and they're like, we'll get the Switch later.
Yeah.
Or like, which doesn't make any sense.
Zelda games
Or
that
they
don't
bought-
work and people buy another one.
Or
Yeah.
people were saying that it was the collectors.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Bought-
collectors.
Smash
Yeah.
Edition.
Eat it, then bought another one.
yeah. I don't know if you
Yeah,
bought the
Steven.
collector's edition.
Say what?
How many copies of Legend of Zelda, what's it?
Wind Waker.
Wind Waker have you
HD.
bought? Wind Waker HD.
I bought it for GameCube, and then Wii U, and then the collector's edition.
So
Yeah,
that's
so-
2 copies for Wii U.
Yeah, so
That's the best Zelda, though. So I mean, you can't hate on me for that.
yeah, so that's what the
That's-
attach rate is there.
Yeah. But people were like hyped about how Mario Kart had like a 60% attach rate or something insane. People are like,
Yeah.
that's massive, but more than 100% attach rate is like, what the heck?
Do you think Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is going to have a similar attach rate?
It's probably going to have quite a big one, though.
No.
Because like there's
Wait,
not
similar to what? Like,
like-
similar to Mario Kart Wii, yes.
Like-
Similar
like-
to
Breath of the
no,
Wild.
not
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 similar
even
to Breath
close.
of the Wild,
Really?
but
Not
like,
even close.
it'll be higher than the Wii U one currently.
Yeah.
Probably.
I see that.
Well, I
Because
mean, actually,
it's a system.
'cause, like,
seller,
the
it's-
Wii U had really good attach rate as well. Like especially in
yeah.
the early days.
Like mainly because like for the Wii U, like there wasn't
There
much
wasn't
to
anything
play.
there.
Right, and this is a
But-
similar situation. There's not much
Yeah.
to play, so
Yeah.
This
I think
is-
the attach rate's going to be really high.
This is the first big major like party type game coming to the Switch. Like,
no,
like-
one to Switch.
well,
Switch.
okay,
But I mean,
one to
like,
Switch.
this is a
you haven't played the 4-player multi.
Super Bomberman,
Super
like
Bomberman.
like that one that kind of flopped, unfortunately.
Yeah.
yeah, but like
Shouldn't have been $80. That's all I'm saying. That's a $49.99 game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is a big party known franchise, like where people get together to play Mario Kart. So
Yeah.
like it's a system seller for sure,
Yeah.
and it's like a well known franchise that's been out forever.
I do think I don't know, but I do think there's a large portion of people who own a Switch who already have Mario Kart 8 for Wii U and won't get it again.
See,
But
I
Do
don't
you,
have
do you
this.
think that overlap is there?
I think it's it's significant. Like
Just
'Cause-
it's already sold a quarter of the amount of
I-
the Wii U,
I've
which
been,
is
like-
insane.
I mean, I've been checking like Reddit and like most people saying that like they're getting it because of like battle mode. Like,
The Renegade
yeah,
roundup
but
looks really fun.
are people gonna post? I'm not getting it because I don't
I
care
did
about.
see I did
battle
see
mode.
some, like I did
Exactly,
see,
but
like,
there's not a lot of people who, if that's
yeah,
they're
that's
just
true.
gonna ignore it.
That's true.
So,
that's true.
like-
I guess it's a vocal minority.
Yeah,
I guess,
yeah.
but Still,
Getting back off Mario Kart, can I dive into the contents of the Direct here?
but of course,
True.
I am so excited to play Hey Pikmin. I am a huge Pikmin fan. They opened up with that
Hey
Pikmin
Pikachu.
trailer. But I'm super excited to pick that up, and I saw all the amiibo they had for it, and I was just like, yes, please
them,
put.
Right?
No, yeah, oh right, the one. But it's like it's like 6 on it. I count it as it's like the freaking big Guardian they made for. It's like that, It's gonna be nice. I'm excited for that, and it comes out July 28th for everyone's info.
Like that, but all right.
Wasn't it just him with like little
It
guys
was
around
him with multiple Pikmins.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm gonna buy it. I'm looking forward to it.
It's being developed by the same studio that did Yoshi Woolly World 3DS. Like,
That's cool.
Like that same studio.
Pucci.
The thing I'm interested to see is Pikmin has always been a 3D game for the last for all of the games, and going 2D. I don't know if a lot of Pikmin fans will dig it, but I'm certainly very excited to check it out. And from what I saw in like that brief minute of it during the direct, it looked hella cute and looked like you can do some interesting things with the different Pikmin in the puzzles. I'm expecting very basic Yoshi's Woolly World level puzzles, but still in platforming. Still excited.
I guess actually mechanically it's going to be pretty similar because Yoshi throws eggs similar to how the Pikmin are thrown, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you'll just use the different Pikmin. You'll have a limited supply of Pikmin. You'll use them to different ones to do different things in the environment, and I think it's level based. It's not like the whole.
Yeah, it's totally gonna be level based.
Yeah. So
right?
That's a big departure from the main series design. So
I mean, aside from the RTS,
I could see it.
RTS,
just like a full world. I could see it.
Really?
I think they're gonna look at the success of this game, of Hey Pikmin, to weigh the pros and cons of bringing Pikmin to the Switch. And if Hey Pikmin does well, we're absolutely going to see Pikmin 4 in like two or 3 years.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, but I could see it like SteamWorld Dig style, where you're exploring. Like, obviously in that you're digging, but like less digging and more just exploration in a large, expansive world. Because
all right.
Yeah.
I SteamWorld Dig definitely. Maybe even some like. I don't know. I don't want to compare it to Spelunky because like that's a whole different thing. But like that style of like running up and down, you will do with Olimar, but just with that layer of throwing Pikmin around.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna run through some stuff and shout if you want to talk about it. I don't really care about a lot of these announcements. Ever Oasis for the 3DS, Monster Hunter, Yokai Watch.
That's the first turn-based Monster Hunter, right? I've been always really interested in Monster Hunter, but I don't like the battle mechanics. So I was interested.
Because it gets repetitive.
Call to Step Revolt, which apparently is a 20-year running franchise I've never heard of, is getting a new game.
This I'm excited for.
Robert, it's a, quote, card meets board game mashup, end quote, coming out August 29th for the 3DS. Talk to me about it.
Duelist was really good, and this looks not quite as much tactical as Duelist, but a lot more strategy-based with deck building. And like I like deck building, and I like... I like these mechanics a lot. I think that this could be something really nice. Like it's the same.
What do you think they'll do
Pokemon
with
Conquest? Was a series of like Japanese games that didn't really come to North America. That like the Conquest series, not the Pokemon part. And then Pokemon Conquest came and I played that and that was great. And that got me to Fire Emblem. Man, Fire Emblem's great. So I'm excited for this. And yeah, I'm ready for Cold Sept in August.
Oh man.
Robert's excited for Cold Step Revolt coming out August 29th. After that, RPG Maker FES was announced for 3DS coming June 27th. It'll have a Disgaea content, which is a popular JRPG, I'm told. And it'll have a free Maker player anyone can download from the eShop that'll let you play other people's levels, but it just won't have the creation aspect, which I think is interesting.
That's what I was kind of worried about, that they weren't going to have something like that, which kind of defeats the purpose, because like only people that bought it would have been able to play it. But this makes so much more sense, and I'm kind of excited to see what comes out of it.
Interesting thing to come to like a console.
Yeah, like
that's usually like a PC.
Is this the same RPG Maker that blew up on Steam? Like that's the same thing, right? Or is this something else?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. And the other thing that I found really interesting was they seem to have learned a lot. Or maybe it's purely coincidental, but I think they learned a lot from the backlash about finding levels in Mario Maker 3DS and are taking those lessons and applying it to this, because you can, from the brief little trailer, I think you can search by specific level and And because people hated, like the biggest criticism of Mario Maker 3DS was there was absolutely no way to share your levels, which was the whole point of Mario Maker on the Wii U and why everyone loved it and why it blew up.
But wasn't like there's still 100 Mario like run, right? Like,
yeah, but there was no way to like make a code.
Search for courses, right?
Yeah. You just either got it by spot pass or randomly in the 100 Mario Maker challenge, which people hated.
I don't
so
think
this
that's
seems
coincidence. I think that was just the assumed way of doing it, and Nintendo was the one who went out of their way to make a change there.
Okay, that's probably right. Anyone else pumped from RPG Maker? I'm gonna totally try the free download and probably play it once and never play it again.
Personally, I'm not in the mood to try out what's likely to be a bunch of crappy RPGs, but I could see like some like younger people who don't have a lot of money to buy full games getting this for free with their 3DS and they just have like unlimited RPGs that they can play. And I can see like for younger audiences actually being a big thing, the free download at least, and then obviously for creators who are into creating RPGs,
like for a younger audience, like that this be their gateway to like try to pursuing game development. Yeah, like,
I'm not even saying that. I mean that. Yeah. Plus the fact that this is just like a bunch of free RPGs, and that's something that I feel the younger audience is a lot less on PC, so where they can find a lot of free content, RPGs, whereas this is something like like when I was young,
I really hope
Pokemon for 300 hours and like. I would have only played it for 150 hours if I had another game. So, anyways.
I really hope the first map I get is just someone drew a giant dick with the map and like, welcome to the 3DS RPG Maker. I'm sure I don't think I'll have to search very far.
I see.
After RPG Maker, FES coming June 27th. Miitopia, which released in Japan a while ago, is like Miitomo, but they actually put a game in it. So it's an RPG-style combat, turn-based, using your friends' Miis as the party, and it has this social system where you do things with your party in like the off-battle times, like you put them in rooms together, or like cook, or like go to the baths together, and depending on what they do, you view their interactions and decide who you want to send into battle together. And if you put friendly people or people who work well together, you'll do well, and if you put people who bicker a lot, you'll do poorly.
Yeah, depending on how much the actual game is there, as far as the tactical side of who you're bringing into combat, and
like that's there, but the key feature that really sold me was that like you don't actually input battle commands. It's based on their interactions, like or like how they cooperate with the team, the party, and like based on that they do well in combat or not.
Depending on that, I might be interested in this. It's just I'm afraid it's going to be very light on actual game and more heavy on like this is
social stuff
that happened.
Look, it's me with mini games.
I think it's gonna be like more heavily focused, like just
so I mean, depending on how heavily it's focused on what, I might be interested in that.
What about you, Lukas and Luke? What do you feel about Miitopia?
Like, I'm excited.
That's cool.
Yeah, like the idea that you don't actually control like what happens in battle. That like kind of sold me a little bit. Like
that's a lot different from all the JRPGs I've played.
Exactly. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I thought it was cool that the Miis get put in and they don't look like they're the new style Miis too.
Oh yeah.
Like the ones that aren't just like stick people.
see, this is sort of like what I want from Fire Emblem is I want to create the team and send it out, but I want to have feedback as to why something is working a certain way or why something isn't a certain way. So to get that feedback, I need to play. I'm sure there's another way, but like I want the aspect I really like about Fire Emblem is the team building and the delegating items to everyone and like pairing people up and such for strategic benefit. And then the actual like moving them around the map I'm not too keen on. And so I really wanted something where you could just send them out, but you still get all the feedback of what's happening. Whereas I haven't found a game particularly like that. So
isn't that like, I could be totally off by this. Isn't that just kind of like an RTS where you just send out the troops and like Age of Empires style, where like you send everyone out and watch what's going on, but like deeper than that, right?
I don't know. See, it's like it's why I really like Off-World Trading Company is because you don't actually mess around with controlling where all your units go and whatnot. You just create the units, which are the buildings, and you gather. They all give you things, and then you like use those to do more things. Like it's
like
very.
Don't like
It's
the
like the
fact
Total
that-
War series. If you can do the auto fight thing, you can just like watch the
Yeah,
battles
but-
instead of controlling
But
them.
see, I don't want to take the like. Usually, auto fight is like if you're doing this, you're at a disadvantage, right? Like, I don't. I want a game almost made for that. Anyways,
Really,
that's a
you're at
completely
such a
separate topic. But I'm thinking Mitomo might do that, but it also might just.
Miitopia.
We'll see
Mitomo
in the
already
battle.
came out.
Yeah.
How like everything goes, but yeah. I don't know.
Anyway, Miitopia is coming to North America later this year. And speaking of Fire Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valentia got a new trailer, and they announced a season pass, of course. So Rob's not too interested in that one, I remember
No, I
correctly.
got enough Fire Emblem to last me until the Switch one, so and this
Perfect.
one doesn't look as good, so.
I don't really care. Lucas, Luke, you guys care?
They got the heroes in Fire Emblem Heroes now. The characters from that
Yay.
game.
I don't
As
know.
You know what I
promotion.
really care about, though, Lucas?
No.
The
Like,
year
I mean,
of the
there's
Kirby.
one character in that that's actually named
No.
Lucas, but,
We're
like,
done
I
with
don't
Fire
care.
Emblem. We're done with Fire Emblem.
What?
The year of the Kirby, Lucas.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
3 Kirby games, right?
Nintendo is going all out for the 25th anniversary of the Kirby franchise.
It's funny how like 3 downloadable titles are all out, but anyways, it is.
Yes.
I mean, that's more than any other Nintendo properties getting this year.
Because it's this
I
the
mean-
year of Kirby.
Yeah.
It's
I
probably
don't know.
why.
It's Kirby's, bro.
I'd say that one huge game like Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, is more than 3 small downloadable titles. Anyways, continue.
Team Kirby Clash Deluxe is free to start. Co-op action game available now. 4-player. You can jump in,
Oh.
just fight those like mini bosses together, and you each have different abilities. There's a healer, there's a fighter, there's like a heavy melee and like a light melee, and then a mage type character. And I noticed in the trailer, the mage character is his name was Scott, and I was like, hey, Scott's a mage character. And then right next to Scott was another Kirby.
But that doesn't fit here.
Right next to Scott was Rob, and Rob was the healer.
I see.
That's a little dynamic duo going on there. Are either of you interested in Kirby Clash Deluxe? Should we try it? It's free to start. We can play together.
I would like to try it if I could get my SD card to work. So stay tuned on that.
All right, we'll come back with impressions maybe. Also announced Kirby's Blowout Blast, which to me, honestly, you guys can tell me if I'm just completely stupid here, just look like Mario 3D World, but with Kirby and less fun.
Oh no.
Oh,
no. This is the 3D thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh no, this is what I've been waiting for a long
Kirby's
time.
Blowout Blast, a 3D platforming game where Kirby runs through stages with a time limit, collecting coins, and depending on how well he does, he can get bronze, silver, or gold rank on the level. Robert, talk to me about it.
Okay. So this is from the trailer. I didn't see a lot of power up usage, which I'm a little unsure about. Like I would like to see the power up usage, but this
I didn't see a single power command. It was just him sucking in bad guys and shooting them back out.
Yeah,
and the
but
more you suck in, the more you shoot out.
But the things he sucked in did give him different powers, and this is I think what's going to really make Kirby like. So the one big issue I've had with Kirby is that I really like the system of sucking things in and shooting them out and getting different power ups from different things, and so I think it's you still get the different power ups, just you always spit them back out. So it's a one shot for each power up, and so this
okay.
This will first change up the game. One of the issues I had is that usually you just find the power up you want and you play through the rest of the game with that power up. So I like the fact that everything's a one shot. So you have to continually switch up which power up you're using. You get to try the whole game, all the different power ups in the game. Second, with Kirby is what you could do is it was specifically designed so you could fly over everything, and that just sort of ruins the experience. Not that I did that, but just the fact that I could, I don't know, sort of ruined it.
I mean, that's true for the earlier Kirbys, but I think once they added like levels up and down, you had to like climb ladders and stuff. That broke it up a bit. But
yeah,
continue.
but like I mean, for the most part, it was pretty easy. I mean, maybe this is really dead simple too. But I've always really wanted like a fairly challenging Kirby game with the mechanics of sucking things in, getting power ups from them, and then this one's going to be hopefully a large variety of power ups. And there is no jumping or that and whatnot. It's just 2D side scrolling. It looks like for the most part.
No, it's well, not 2D side scrolling. It's 3D platforming from like a 2.5D type thing.
Yeah, and
there's no jumping. Can you confirm that? Because if it's a Kirby game without jumping, is it really a Kirby game?
And it looks like you're locked to a grid.
We are still talking about the 3D world looking one, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah, Kirby's Blowout Blast.
you're locked to a grid, I'm pretty sure. And the jumping is very, very minimal.
Like Captain Toad Treasure
No,
Tree.
well, no, but like it's like you're jumping over gaps. You're not like platforming.
I'm looking at it right now, and he's right. You pretty much hop over gaps, but it looks so much like Mario 3D World. It's got the clock in the top left, your coins, which are just stars in the top right, and it's the same angle, and it just looks so much like
you're locked
3D
to a
World.
grid, right?
Not 3D World, sorry. It was 3D Land, correct? For 3DS.
But in this, you're locked to a grid. Does it look like you're locked to a grid?
Yeah, it looks like you're on just a square grid, and you hop back and forth.
Yeah,
well,
I'm excited for this. I think this is gonna.
No. It's free range. He's not moving like space of time. Yeah, it's free range.
Boxy movement, I think, right?
No, it's not boxy. He's just running all over everything. Like there's no boxy movement.
Okay. Either way, this is like basically like a twin stick shooter where you've got very limited ammo. So I'm excited for this.
It's available this summer, and Rob's gonna check it out and let us know what he thinks. Also,
get my SD cards fixed. Anyways.
If you can get his SD card fixed. Also, they said like just at the end of all this Kirby 25th anniversary stuff, there's an unannounced multiplayer action Kirby game coming to the 3DS this holiday season. So stay hyped for that.
Yeah, I have high hopes for that.
Kirby
A
Switch
big-
game?
No, it's Kirby 3DS. There's no Kirby Switch game confirmed at all.
I see.
Seeing as that's the holiday title, I don't think you're getting a Kirby Switch game in 2017.
They could
So
be saving stuff for E3 though, because they have been saying they've been saving a lot of stuff for E3.
Maybe the big
Every event,
E3
like, they're
Kirby
saving
game.
something for E3.
But Nintendo, I don't think would put out a Kirby game on 3DS and Switch in the same, because it would be a holiday game if they're announcing it at E3, because they want to hype it up, especially if it's a Switch game. That's like an $80 title. So
Right. Oh, yeah, no, okay, or at least not this year.
yeah, I think that's like 1 or 2 years away.
Because if it's the big Kirby year, you'd think it would be this year.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
it could
think-
be. It could be like Dr. Luigi.
It'd be,
That didn't release in the year of Luigi. That released
Like,
2 months later. But
yeah.
they said just to round out the year of Luigi.
yeah, because like, it seems weird that the DS would get.
They meant fiscal year, Robert, not like calendar year.
That's true.
Yeah, financially.
But after Kirby, they went into what I saw a lot of people get hyped about. It was Bye Bye Box Boy, which is the last game in the Box Boy trilogy from HAL Laboratories, the makers of Kirby. This time, he's getting help from Box Babies. There's 4 of them that give you different abilities that you stretch out from yourself to solve different puzzles. It works with all the Kirby Planet Robobot amiibos to unlock new skins.
Whoa.
And have a Box Boy or Box Boy save on your 3DS, it'll unlock a Game Boy filter that makes the game look like you're playing on your Game Boy.
Whoa, I've always wanted to play Box Boy on my Game Boy.
Wow.
Yeah, 'cause, yeah.
I never played Box Boy, but people were hyped for this game. Like, is it really that big?
I don't know. I haven't played it
never heard
either.
of Box Boy. Not really.
Like,
From what I've seen, it looks good, but like not good enough to actually spend money or time on.
Didn't pay
This-
much attention to the 3DS section.
This specific mechanic of using the Box Babies reminded me a lot of March of the Minis, the Mario Donkey Kong game.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, bye bye, Mr. Box Boy. Hopefully, Hal's next game comes to the Switch. Lucas,
what?
I have a couple amiibos, like 1 or 2, and I'm really excited for these new amiibos that got announced. The Legend of Zelda is getting new amiibos again, but they've got Link from Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, and Skyward Sword, which
Oh yeah.
are like the Skyward Sword one is my favorite Link one of all of them. I love Skyward Sword, and they got like his pose on the box cover. So I'm gonna get that one, but not too hot on Twilight Princess or Majora's Mask. But there are new Zelda amiibos, and they will sell it everywhere because everyone loves Zelda amiibos. You can put Link in any position, and people will buy it.
Okay, how many Link amiibo are there?
A lot.
There's 3 for the 30th anniversary set. There's 2 for the Smash Bros set. There's
Two.
Toon
Yeah.
and Link.
Wind Waker,
Yeah.
Link and regular Link. There's 3 for Skyward Sword, on a horse, not on a horse, and then
You mean
jumping
Breath
with
of the Wild. Yeah.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild. And then there's these 3 new ones. So in total, there's like 10 or 15 different positions you can buy Link in.
Aren't there like the 3 from the 30th anniversary? They're the pixel one.
the Ocarina of Time one, and then the Wind Waker one, and then that one is a joint with the Tetra from, or I guess Princess Zelda from.
Oh.
So there's only 3 in that set.
Okay.
Was there a Majora's Mask?
What about Zelda 2?
Was that one of the ones and I missed it?
I think so.
And then, Wolf Link as well, right?
Oh yeah, I guess that counts.
Yeah.
There was the 8-bit one, the Wolf one, the Ocarina of Time one,
Wow.
3 Breath of the Wild ones.
Continue if you want, but I get the point.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of links, and I'm gonna get the Skyward Sword one. I'm hyped. And they also finally announced the last Super Smash Bros. Amiibo, Cloud Corn and Bayonetta, but they couldn't just leave it at that, so there are now 2 versions of each, and certain of the alternate versions are only available at like Best Buy, GameStop, and Target and stuff. So just another pain for Amiibo collectors who want all the Smash Bros. Set. I think the Smash Bros. Set is like $400 worth of Amiibo, or it's probably like $600 because there's like 64, isn't there? Characters.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't
Alternate
know.
versions of multiple.
Yeah.